Hi dear children, welcome to our channel. The story we have for today is a book written by Julia Donaldson, who we like very much. And the book for today is...
The smartest giant in town.
That's it, The Smartest Giant in Town. The story is about a giant called George. George was the scruffiest giant in town. And you know what? He was thinking, I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town. I always wear the same old patched up gown and the same old pair of sandals. So one day, George saw a shop. In the shop, he bought a smart shirt. He bought a smart pair of trousers. He bought a smart stripy tie and a smart belt. Also, he bought a smart pair of shiny shoes and a smart pair of socks. And when he put on all these clothes, he was the smartest giant in town. As George was going home, he heard a sound. It was a giraffe sniffing sadly. And George said, "Hello, giraffe, what's the matter?" And she said, "Oh, it's my neck. It's very long and cold. I wish I had a warm scarf for my neck." George said, "Come on, giraffe, cheer up. I will give you my..." Do you know what George gave the giraffe? Yes, that's it. He gave her his tie, and she used it as a scarf. The giraffe was really happy and she said, thank you, Mr. Giant." George was going home singing this song. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I am the smartest giant in town. And then he heard another sound. This time it was a goat in a boat. And the goat was bleating. Meh, meh. And George said, "Hello, goat. What's the matter? Why are you bleating?" And she said, "Oh, it's my sail. I lost it in a storm. I have no sail now. I wish I had a brand new sail." And George said, "Don't worry, goat. I will give you my... Do you know what George gave to the goat? That's it. Very good. He gave her his shirt. The goat was really happy, and she said, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Giant." Then George kept on his way home, and he was singing the song. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. But look me up and down. I am the smartest giant in town. And he heard another sound. It was a family of mice squeaking. Squeak, squeak. And George said, "Oh, what's the matter?" And they said, "It's our house. It was on fire, and now we have no house where to live." And George said, "All right, cheer up, mouse. I will give you my..." Do you know what he gave to the family of mice? Yes, very good. He gave them a shoe. Now, George had to hop on, and he was hopping on when he was singing this song again. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look me up and down, I am the smartest giant in town. As he was hopping home, he heard another sound, and this time it was a fox in a campsite. And the fox was crying. "Oh, fox, why are you crying? What's the problem?" And the fox said, "Oh, it's my sleeping bag. It dropped in a puddle, and now I have no sleeping bag. I wish I had a warm sleeping bag to sleep in." And George said, "Oh, come on, cheer up, fox. I will give you." What do you think George gave to the fox? Good. He gave him a sock, one of his socks. He hopped on and sang this song. "My tie's a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look me up and down, I am the smartest giant in town." And then he heard another sound. This time it was a dog howling. "Oh!" And George said, "Oh, little dog, why are you howling so sadly?" And the dog said, "It's this bug. I can't go through. I keep getting stuck all the time. I wish I had a safe, dry path to go across." "Oh, cheer up, dog. I will give you." What do you think George gave to the dog? He gave him his belt, and it made a safe, dry path for the dog to cross the bog. The wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He was singing one more time. "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt held a dog who was crossing a bog. But look me up and down, I am the..." And then suddenly he couldn't finish the song because his trousers were falling down. "I'm not the smartest giant in town anymore. I am the coldest giant in town." So he had to go back to the shop to buy new clothes. But the shop was closed and George was feeling sad and cold. "What am I going to do now? I have no clothes." Then he saw a bag with his old patched up gown and his old pair of sandals. So he put them on, and then he felt really, really cozy. And he thought, "Now I am the coziest giant in town." And as he was going home, he found all the animals he had helped before. They had a present for him, and they said, "Open it, George." In the box, he found a crown for the kindest giant in town and a beautiful letter written by all the animals. And it said, "Your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of your socks is a bed for a fox. Your belt held a dog who was crossing a bog. So here is a very fine crown to go with the sandals and gown of the kindest giant in town." Let's sing all together. "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt helped a dog who was crossing a bog. So here is a very fine crown to go with the sandals and gown of the kindest giant in town. Thank you very much. You're so good at singing the song. You can find the song on YouTube. I will give you the link so you can practice the song for the next time we see each other again. I give you a big kiss. Take care and see you very soon. Bye bye. What's the matter, Giraffe?
What's the matter, Giraffe?
What's the matter with your neck?
What's the matter with your neck?
Bye. Did you like my video? Did you like the story? Okay, I have 3 questions for you. How many animals can you see in the story? What piece of clothing does George give to each animal? And finally, what's inside the present the animals give to George? Answer to these questions and tell me about it next time. Bye!